Welcome, everybody, to the Evercade podcast, where I'm joined here by Pete and Moss Monster.
Moss Man, and I realized I realized there was no way it was going to be in focus since I manually adjusted the focus on the camera.
I couldn't remember his name.
He smells like pine.
Nice.
Wait,
Oh
what?
man.
Your moss monster smells like pine. So wouldn't that be a pine monster?
No, it says so on the box. Well, again, it says his fur smells like pine.
Nice.
It actually reminded me. I don't know why. As soon as the intro started, I was reminded I never took him out of the box.
Well, there you go. Do you have a collection of those figures?
Oh yeah. This was actually a birthday present I never had opened yet.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I'm always torn. I keep my figures in the box.
There's only a couple that I've kept in the box, and one of them is like just an alternate version trap jaw.
And I only do it to keep them pristine. Like, I think if I had like a glass display case or something, they wouldn't get dusty. But some of them have like a lot of like little like pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just keep all the
like
pieces.
The different Jason masks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep all the pieces in a Ziploc bag. But I gotta take them out of the box.
Yep.
You got to play with them.
That's what my daughter always says. Well, we could play. I'm like, yeah, but then, and some of my figures, like my Street Fighter figures that I have, those were like, God, like 10 plus years ago when I had to go into the office and stuff.
I think I finally figured out how this thing goes on.
So I take it everyone's excited about like all the new Evercade carts that we're going to be getting.
No, there's too many.
Too many.
There's a lot coming, that's for sure. But not very. I like most of them coming only have 1 or 2 games on the cart, so that excites me. But yeah, I'm excited for like Duke Nukem ones. That's ones primarily I'm the most excited for. I think having no built-up anticipation for the dual carts could work in my favor. So we'll see.
Nice.
But I've it's like I just did the video on the Ohm Computer Heroes collection, so I've actually been playing that a little bit more, trying to figure out some of the controls, because some of the controls aren't necessarily accessible. I guess is the best word.
Yeah. No, that's a good collection. I mean, like anything, there's some ones not as good. There's some really good ones. Full Void, I completed that the other day, and I really enjoyed.
I
really enjoyed the experience.
I need to get back to that game.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Yeah, I'll be right back.
Grow is to fly away.
He probably got a delivery that he got his Atari Plus or something.
That'd be awesome. I know there was I know I saw like there were some issues with some people in the UK wanting to get the special edition from Amazon because Amazon sucks and all that. So I hope all those
Full
Void. Yeah,
I've got both. I got the full edition, and then of course I had to get the burgundy edition to make sure my collection looks good. So
yeah.
But yeah, I need to get back into that one. I just got there are too many games to play, and I was telling you before the show started that I'm in the Christmas season, so I got my 1-month subscription to Final Fantasy going. So it's going to be a battle to find time to play all the games I want to play.
No, it's a good problem to have. Ooh, is that your Atari 2600?
He does have his Atari 2600 Plus.
Okay.
Is that your Atari?
It was literally what I was talking about before we started the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so anyway, I got to say happy Thanksgiving to you both. I know it's Thanksgiving weekend for you, so.
Thanks. Yeah, I've got plenty. I'll be eating turkey for the next 2 weeks.
I actually did Black Friday sales yesterday. Video Games Plus has an amazing Black Friday sales going on, man. It's like a lot of the good stuff sold out now, but man, they were giving like 50, 40, 50, 60% off stuff. It was awesome.
Nice. I love Video Games Plus.
I bought a bunch of stuff like via Amazon and more of these shirts that were on sale. So, but you know, it's funny. I actually went out to Walmart on Black Friday, and you know what I bought? You'll never guess what I bought.
What?
Shampoo and toothpaste, because I was.
I didn't go anywhere yesterday.
But you know what?
Okay,
you know
Crow, we'll go into that tomorrow on games and stuff.
Trust me, and we were at Walmart at 11 a.m. You just avoid Black Friday in the morning. Go in the afternoon. Go in the even right before noon, and the store's empty.
Yeah, if you don't want
I'll shop.
anything, if you're not looking for anything that's could be sold out pretty quick, yeah, you're absolutely right. Go in the middle of the afternoon. But yeah, no, Full Void. I need to get back into that game. I just, it's on my priority list is pretty low right now. So
yeah. My recommendation. I mean, it plays fine on the handheld, and actually, what I played a little bit on it, but my recommendation is just like turn the volume up, play it on the TV, play it when no one else is around, and just get sucked into it. And without spoiling it, you will see how COVID did influence like the whole premise and everything. Like they
no spoilers, dude. If you give spoilers, you've just pretty much ruined the game for people. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, you can't talk about it for at least 6 months because
at least 10 years.
It says that if you look in the booklet, it says that like COVID, influenced the design of the game. So that's
I don't read.
Yeah. That's still but I just wanted to just tell people like you do get the payoff. That's all, which is great because
booklets are for nerds.
I will say though, I didn't read like how to play like. Well, no, actually, no, I did. I take it back. I did gloss through like how you can push and pull objects and all that type of stuff. Now, my only dilemma is what order do I want to do videos? Because normally I would do a follow-up video Monday. I'm still going to talk about the Dukes next because that was like super exciting.
Yeah. I should have all my Duke stuff. I should have my Duke collection stuff Monday, I think.
Well, see, yeah. I did get a shipping notification that my Atomic Edition VS has shipped. It says it's in transit with Royal Mail.
Oh, good lord!
But I have no idea though when I'll actually get it.
Yeah, I know.
My big wish for Christmas for Blaze is stop doing special limited editions only exclusive to Fun Stop. Be more customer friendly because have them available all over the world so people don't have to pay duty, import fees, exorbitant shipping. They should do that. Everybody should have all their limited special editions should be available everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I use video games. That's why I use Video Games Plus because depending on the value of the dollar, you get 2 carts free shipping for like $35 or $37. Like,
but I think the point is that you can't buy the Atomic Edition VS via anywhere except for Fun Stop.
That's the point I'm making. Yeah, I want all that available everywhere.
I agree 100% because I know when I got like the VS and the XP Special Edition, I was sweating bullets because not only that, what if it gets lost? Like, sure, you can get refunded, but who knows if they have like extra ones? Yeah, I'm with you, Pete, but I don't think that'll happen since they've
parted. No, it'll never happen because Funstock and I think Funstock has got there's some ownership stake of Funstock that Blaze has or vice versa. So
I just assumed they were owned by the same company.
Hey, remember
they were the same company.
We dug down on that on Hot Dog Podcast one time. We went all the way down into the weeds and figured that out. But yeah. But yeah, no, it's like Full Void. I really do want to get into it because I think it's I don't know when I'm going to be in the mood to play it though, but that's about it.
It's not frustrating. It's not frustrating like the Dolphin Collection.
And I don't think the other ones are frustrating. It's just I didn't care enough to learn how to play it because I'm like prioritizing my time, and that's not where I want to spend my gaming time. You know what I mean? Like, it's not mean or anything. It's just I think everybody does that, right? Where do you want to spend your gaming time? Spend it in stuff you enjoy to do, right?
Exactly.
Like I didn't open up my Atari Plus just because I've been playing the Sunsoft collection, playing some other games, but I've got the Atari Game Station with every Atari game ever made on it, and that's actually I've been playing that more and so much that I don't really need to open my 2600 Plus yet, because the 2600 Plus doesn't play Pitfall 2.
Well, that's one of the things I want to find out. That's what I'm so curious about. I want to plug in every single cartridge I have and see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah,
that's why
we'll get back to
topic. I'm still on the fence getting the 2600 because I'm like I can play that stuff via emulation on my Steam Deck. I'm like, do I need to play the physical cart?
Yeah,
you
can't play paddle games.
Let's get back to Evercade. Let's get back to Evercade. You guys,
so back to actually, let's say hi to the chat. We'll talk.
Yeah, but 1 second, I want the chat to react to this. Chat and everyone else, if you guys seen the boxes for the Atomic Edition, don't they look freaking amazing? Anyway,
no, I have not.
No,
I might have to look it up.
Is anybody
they're hot, Discord? Man. Somebody tweeted it today, the boxes, and it like they're really, really nice looking boxes.
Okay, well let me search for it then.
Yeah. Say hi to
anyway,
the
let's
chat.
say hi to chat.
Archive Gig, ST.
I'm trying to find it in my Twitter feed, but I'm
Hello,
the worst
Rusk.
on the Twitter. I never tweet.
Ruska. Got Dynastic channel member in the house. Who
Run,
else
Dan,
do
run.
we have? Ian Hobbies, of course. Lloyd JRM. And we got
Well,
Jason
searching-
Shears. He got the super. He caved. He got super fucking all wrong.
Oh, dude, you got to get the Taito Super Pocket. Greatest system they've ever made. I love it.
Joke.
Yeah, I can't
think
stop playing Kadash on it.
Oh, dude, it is so freaking portable and so much fun. Anyway,
Ooh. Yeah, and we'll get to that. Arnold Baracus has got his Duke Nukem carts. And Fiction channel member. Hello.
the Switch is still backwards on the Pocket, by the way. Just saying.
And Dynastic, I forget if I already channel member. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
you
awesome
already
if he
did,
gets
yeah.
his high two twice. Can't remember. Tales from the Jungled Waste. And is that everybody? Yes, that's everybody. So what's funny you mentioned about Kadash, like I want to say like in the early 2000s, that was one of like when I got an emulation, that was one of the games that I played the hell out of that. And that is amazing.
I think it's funny when you boot it up, it still says, it still checks to see if there's another machine linked to it.
Yeah. No, I'm glad everybody's enjoying their super pockets.
It's the best.
If my I might go to one of my local retro stores later if I can like trade, if I still have like Paper Mario, if I can like trade for it and not have to spend any money, then I might get it.
And I uncovered the mystery. It is officially not an Evercade product because when I took it apart, I didn't see Katie on the board.
Ah, there you go. There you go. But no, otherwise, as far as like playing portably, like I still love like the EXP and the screen.
Now he's ready. Now he's ready to go out into town.
You are powerless to.
No, he'll
So-
get one. Who are we kidding? You know he's gonna get one.
Here's the other thing too, and I kind of said like I don't want to start like collecting, like I don't want to start collecting a bunch of those like you would carts, because I think with like the pockets, like really if you were to get one, you'd only need one. If they do like a Namco or a Tetris one, then okay.
I think I would collect them all as long as they don't come out with a whole bunch of them all at once.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that.
But if they keep different colors, I was like thinking, it's like, how would I like swap the buttons? Because I think the yellow on the Taito one would look good, but the blue buttons wouldn't go good. It's like, why aren't the buttons yellow?
Yeah.
So I could put them on the Taito one.
I think it depends if you're a collector of handhelds. Then yeah, like I totally get that. I'm looking surprised. Yeah, I know you guys are like you guys are like
So yeah, I can't find the box.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to
I
look
think for me
specifically on
though,
Twitter, maybe.
like I already have the Capcom games, but like the Taito collection, I'll say. I mean, that like doesn't excite me like enough just to be like, oh, I have to get it for Taito. Gold Highway. That's kind of the other thing. That's why I said I think depending on the publisher, like it really matters. That's what like a Namco one could be. But if it was a Namco one at that size screen in the arcade versions, then that would be a bust because.
Well, you know what's funny is like even though the screen looks a lot smaller, in reality it's actually not that bad because most of the games are 4:3 aspect ratios. So on your Evercade EXP, a lot of like you're going to be seeing blank on the sides anyway.
Yeah,
and if you look at it side by side, it's just a tiny bit smaller. If you compare side by side, like a 4:3 game.
Yep. And I know because I play exclusively, mostly on the EXP, so I know.
Yeah, I mean it's a preference, right? But when when
I just
screens
think comfort is not nearly as good. Like the EXP is so much more comfortable to play. This I get tired after about 20 minutes with this.
For games that are only 1 or 2 buttons, it's fine. I think if you're like playing something like Street Fighter, I don't think Street Fighter is playable at all on it. I don't know why But I kind of know why they put Street Fighter on it, just so they could put Street Fighter on it. But I can't, I don't know who's playing Street Fighter on that.
No,
The
no.
person who doesn't own an Evercade, right, or doesn't own another way to play Street Fighter.
I would be if that was the only way I could play Street Fighter, I wouldn't be playing Street Fighter.
No,
I'd
I
be
get
too
it, man.
frustrated.
No, I totally get it. You're absolutely right. Like, but like I said, like back to Ed's comment, like EXP is still the preferred way to play any Evercade game handheld wise for me. Like it just is.
I've been going
But
back
this is
and
a
forth.
whole lot more comfortable than my analog pocket. I can tell you that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been playing a lot like on the VS, and that's what, like for Full Void. That is one of those few games like I do want to see that on the full screen because that's. But yeah, that game is just and like the art style. I think they did like a lot of that by hand. Like the art style and everything is amazing. But yeah, I'll have to talk about more in a video. But it's like Blaze needs to do more. Like I want to see more of that stuff next year. Give us more single and dual game carts, please.
Yeah, if they only, like I said, I've said before, if they only ever gave us dual carts from now on with special indie games, I'd be happy. And and arcade carts would be awesome too. We need arcade carts.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Lots of arcade carts.
I wonder if they're gonna do that because I wonder like how many times can they go back to like can they go back and do like a Mega Cats 4? You know what I mean? Like I wonder how many times they can keep doing that.
I guess it depends on how many games Mega Cat made.
Well, I mean like is that something that people want? I heard someone say like earlier like they were excited like like Data East like Collection 2 arcade. I want them to tap into that. Because like Data East has we still need a second arcade one of that. Technos, we need an arcade 2. Jalico arcade 2. I'm sure they have like more stuff.
Oh, Jalico's got tons of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's so much for them
Toaplan
to choose
3,
from out there, right? Like, man, there's no endless supply of licenses of video games arcade wise that they can go after.
What I will,
what they feel they can go after affordably and still make money, right? That's how it goes.
What I think, listen, I like and I respect that Blaze is like, a British based company, but they need to start expanding more like they did and making making games that appeal to people like in the rest of the world.
I think the Duke Nukem one is
that's
pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, I want them to.
When you mean the rest of the world, you mean the United States, right?
That too.
Well,
I don't know. Like,
that's the only place in the world that matters for video game volume, right? Because this, like, everything else is kind of like small compared to that, right? Like if you go, you can't go to China because everything's like there's no market there, right? In certain countries.
Well, I've kind of felt like for like things like Gremlin collections and the computer collection, like, and then including like these older like niche sports games, like I feel like that's like for like a specific that's like a subset of people who are in Evercade. And
so they're cheap to get though, right? They're cheap to get for them. Like let's be honest, those licenses are cheap to get.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I hope they continue that trend. Like, if they need to have the computer collection just to like get that fix of that niche, then I'm fine with that because that's a separate color. It's its own, it's its own thing. But yeah, like the Dukes, the Ass Brothers, or what the Astor Brother, however the hell you say that. Good Boy, oh my God, Good Boy Galaxy. Even though Good Boy Galaxy is a Game Boy Advance game, like I'm fine with that because it's like an aftermarket. SNK, yeah, that's. Yeah.
Yes, that we need, like there needs to be SNK, but still, I don't care that they're putting out collections. There's many collections that are like more European centric, like the Gremlin collection and such. The thing is, like the Codemasters, the Oliver Twins, but more to the point, a lot of people would complain that they're not the right versions of the games. Like they're but this is before they started putting out the Amiga collection. Like a lot of the games they're putting out were the Genesis versions, whereas people would have preferred the Amiga ports.
Yeah. But still, though, I don't like Codemaster. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's kind of all been like, I feel like that's been like, it was nice to experience and enjoy those, but I'm glad to kind of see they've stepped away.
But again, they probably had those in process and creating those before they even thought of the ability to started adding computer games. and it was just
Yes.
easier to put in the console version since they already had the emulation for the Genesis or Mega Drive going.
Yes, of course. It's the same reason why, like for Namco, we didn't get the arcades and the versions in the beginning and all that.
I'm giving up my search on this Atomic Edition box because I can't find it.
Somebody tweeted on Twitter with it.
I was looking on X specifically.
On X, it was in my thread. I'll try to find it. It wasn't Evercade that tweeted it. It was like somebody else.
I was just doing a general search for a whole bunch of. I was like Atomic Edition, Evercade VS, just Atomic Edition, just Evercade VS, just Evercade. Latest tweets.
Certain people tweet way too much.
I'm hardly on Twitter.
I don't go there only to just check out news from game companies mostly.
I'll be honest. I used to post every single video to Twitter to Insta. Like I used to link to all the social medias, but and then I think once my channel got to like 500 subs, and I stopped. Then I stopped doing that. Thanks to everyone, watching because it's kicked off.
I just post exclusively to YouTube now. It's just if it's something, it's just a community post.
Sega. Actually, speaking of that, I only need 90 more subs to get to 1,000. Like I appreciate, almost there, everyone.
I don't like your subs. They give me the diarrhea.
Gotta use it.
I'm looking for that too. See, there's a picture of the box. Oh, maybe I need to add the word box in the search.
That didn't help.
Unless maybe
it doesn't matter. I'll find out soon enough.
No, it's not there. But yeah, that'll be something great when you all do the unboxings and.
Oh,
I would tear it down. I would tear it down, but I have a feeling it's exactly the same thing as the original one that I tore down. So I don't think I'm going to do that.
A black and gold SP. So, I want the
black and gold. I guess that does. That would. You know what? I would. SP. Black and gold SP.
Yeah.
What do you mean SP?
Super Pocket.
Oh,
that's what took me a second too, but that's what everyone's using the abbreviation. Yeah.
No, actually, you know what? If they did a like a Neo Geo themed, even EXP, even though I don't play on it that much, I would buy that version.
But see, what I hope they still do. I want them to have when they make the Neo Geo collection, do a special edition one, have it be black, have it say like the 100 meg. What 100 meg gear spec or whatever.
100 mega shock.
Shock. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's why we have Crow to correct. Yeah, 100 mega gear shock.
Well, it's because I've been running through a whole bunch of arcade ROMs, so I saw it a whole bunch of times.
Nice. But make it actually feel like you own like an actual Neo Geo card. Like give me that illusion. And have that special edition.
You'd need something a lot bigger. You'd need like a VHS tape sized cartridge.
Of course. But that's the whole thing with Evercade. I like they bridge that gap. That's why I say give you you have a physical cart. Yes, it's all emulation, but you have a booklet and all those. It captures the nostalgia and everything, and that's what makes it great. And then games like the Dukes. I hope they start doing that too. Like maybe every year they take on a project and do like an exclusive remaster that we see goes physical first. The other good thing I will say, as far as like stability, I mean, I'm not really again full void, not playing for 20 hours, but it loaded fine. And what's nuts about that is it's like the fastest, maybe because it's native, it's the fastest like loading game so far. I think like it's like instant, which is like pretty great.
I don't even mean by that the fast loading game because
they all load pretty fast, dude. Except for that game on the Home Computer Heroes.
That's what I was gonna say. Like that's
any of those games
Heroes collection.
Like those computer games, it's hard to emulate like loading them. Like sometimes you can make it faster in emulation, sometimes you can't. Same thing with like anything that was a PlayStation game that had to load from a disc. So those I can understand, but like, does it seem to load faster than Cathedral? because it's a native game too.
I have to go back to Cathedral, but like I think even faster than some of the games in the Sunsoft. Like because most games there's like a delay. This appears to be like instant. I'll have to check that, but it's so quick. Like it feels like if it makes sense. Like it feels native. Like you forget that like you're on an Evercade. Like you're like oh yeah, this is.
Well, I plugged it into the Super Pocket just to see if it would work on the Super Pocket, and nothing like snapped out at me like, oh, this is loading super fast or anything. It just seemed normal to me. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. But no, I think somebody said too with the Omega, like it has to load all the disk drive. Yeah, I've noticed that in general. Like that's not the fault of the Evercade. That's just the emulation. That's just like the emulation for that. But yeah, home computer. I gotta go back and play. There's definitely one of those games that's like that. I gotta save when I do my follow, but that's like a total hidden gem that surprised me that like nobody's like talked about.
Well,
I don't want to say, but there's like one game on there like in particular. I will admit that like I cannot get into like the farming sim in that X2 game.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to redeem that code.
well
Yeah,
they're all hidden gems.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's nothing mass produced there. They're all kind of hidden. I wouldn't say
they're all
gems,
hidden. Some are gems and some are
I
some are stinkers.
that. I wouldn't classify any of them into gem status. But that's just me.
No, I would classify Cathedral as a gem.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that one. I thought he's talking about the home computer edition.
Oh, again, I really haven't gotten to it. So
I do want to share. Yeah, I do want to share polls. Oh, what so like? Yeah. What I did, so it was kind of funny when I did post this about the Dukes, like, because somebody, like that, like somebody posted like, which is great that it was what did they say? What did they say? Full Void. But yeah, like in the Full Void cosplay, it was awesome that Toxo said that because it wasn't meant to be. This was when I was actually at like at one of the college football games. My daughter's in color guard, so that. I just like picked a picture that I just wanted to find a picture of me that was like excited because I didn't have time to take one. But I'm like, yes, sure. I'm like, I can see how that's cosplay. Although I thought that character on the front was a girl, not a boy, because I said like at the end of my video say weird lady, which I don't know, whichever it is. Yeah, that was that. Okay, so I was curious to ask people where do people hang out on social media for YouTube, like for Evercade. And
I hang out on YouTube for YouTube. Is that one of the options?
Oh, well, so I said other than YouTube because I was
okay.
So
well, I guess okay. You saved yourself.
Well, there's a bunch of the there's a bunch of the comments. 15, all of them. 20 only Discord. That was interesting. So yeah, only Facebook groups that edged out. Very few people do both, which I was kind of expecting to see. Like either I think you more hang out on the Discord or Facebook, and then some people like Dan is saying like Dan, channel member. Sorry.
Oh, they posted on the Facebook group, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Like he was saying Discord for updates and X. Like yeah, I get that. But Evercast, Crazy Burger, Total Evercade podcast, main priorities, of course. Toxo says I cut social media out. I simply can't find the time.
I just go to
Reddit.
Rich's YouTube.
Yeah. Yep.
Rich always got the news I need.
Yep. I forget that there's an Evercade. I don't think I've ever really checked it out, or maybe I did like in the early stages and it was like full of trolls and I never went back. I could be wrong, but like Reddit, I don't really do. Nope, just watch your channel. Aha. Yeah. Only YouTube. Check. Oh, the official blog. I forgot about that. Yeah, the Evercade does have an official blog. But yeah, YouTube, Discord only YouTube. So yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that seems like most people mainly stick to YouTube, Twitter occasionally for updates, and you're either a Discord or a Facebook person, and all that. As per your advice, Pete, I still peek at a Discord, not as much. I try to stick to the beta channel.
You just love the drama. What are you kidding? Discord. Discord's that's the armpit of gaming. Discord and certain game forums.
I will say though the Discord is the like. Well, it's I want to say most behaved. Although I really haven't seen Sean or Ryan at post too much there. Like in a while. I know. I think it's this kind of time of year where
There we
like
go. I found it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah. Let's see. I have the ability to do stuff, but I don't know. I've never done anything before. So let me see.
Either share it or put it in the private chat, and I'll share it. Whatever's easier.
Yeah, that might be easier.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yes, no, that is a great game.
There's 4 pictures. I only posted 1 because I think it's the best one.
Ooh. Yeah, let me oh wow. Oh, you know what? I forget that I still have a login for that. Let's see, are we able to
There's like other I think they were showing how damaged their box was when they got it. But the other angle of it really doesn't have much on it. But that
looks pretty decent, man. I like it. Like to look at it. For some reason, yellow and gaming goes together.
Yeah. You know what? I was gonna say I like the look of the box more than the console because with the yellow background and everything.
I don't know. That console looks sick.
Yeah, I as soon as I get it, I'm switching out the original one I'm using with that one.
Where are you gonna put your where are you gonna put your second one?
Back in the box?
Really?
Yeah, like I already have 2 of Evercade VSs. This will be my 3rd. It was using the Founders Edition, and then I kind of decided, you know what, I think I'd prefer to have the white one. So I bought the original white one, and when I got it, I put the Founders Edition back in the box.
But I mean, you don't hook it up to like your living room TV or like another TV or.
I have I do everything here in this one.
You do everything there. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't need to hook up there's one other TV. I guess there are other TVs in the house, but I'm not going to be playing it in the bedroom. I'm not going to be playing it in this other room we have. I'm not going to be playing it in the living room. Besides, the biggest TV's down here.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So, like for me, I prefer since I work not to do gaming at my desk unless it's something like playing like Loricana on Pixelborn because that it like that. Well, I could try to mess with getting it to work on my Steam Deck, but I don't want like that. Then you really want to use a mouse like that. But otherwise, everything else, like when I capture footage and all that, that's only that I don't normally play games like that. Now I have thought it would be nice. It would be nice to leave a VS in the office and then have another one that I can float between like the game room and the living room. And that was what
I was gonna say. I just realized I'm surrounded by like 8 monitors right now.
Yeah. So you've got this. I would use now if the EXP was like if that was more stable, and that's why sometimes actually I'll use one of the OG Evercades sometimes to capture footage because you can just plug it in and it works. But yeah, to not have to like move around, I wouldn't. So I wouldn't mind having 2 VSs, but for me that's like more of a luxury than a necessity. Like I can get by without.
You know what I could do? I have a Switch. I could hook every Evercade VS up to a Switch. Then I could have 6 cartridges plugged in.
It is sexy, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think it just depends too, like on the way, like how you game. But yeah, lately I love the ability, like just to be able to like swap between the 2, the VS. And I've actually been doing more playing on the VS.
When I rebuilt my desk, I built a little shelf specifically for the Evercade VS.
There you go. I will say maybe the one bad thing about the Founder Edition is because it's black and it attracts a lot of dust. Like maybe the white one you don't see it as much.
I don't know. With the amount of dust I have down here, you'll see the dust on everything.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, like that, like for me, it was like that like for me having a second VS would be more functional. And then I kind of thought about the second downside is that if you're getting it with the carts, unless you want to like order the first one separately, then you're at the mercy of whenever it gets delivered.
Well, and then the other downside is that they'll have the Peggy logo on the cartridges too.
Yeah, God forbid.
That's funny.
But fortunately, because there's no games built into the Atomic Edition itself, there'll be no Peggy logo on the system.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe the theme that's on there could be just like freaking like awesome, and maybe it's like worth it for the digital theme.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah. Like, I guess so. There's only really one other thing kind of in the news, and this I thought was like, I don't know. You guys tell me. I thought, well, depends on what they mean by like party games. Like some of this was because like.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I saw that, and I kind of didn't look at it.
So here's like, okay. Here's what I think they meant by this title. I think they mean if you're somebody who's like really already into retro gaming, because like this one, I'm sorry, with winter games. Like, let's say I was having like people over.
Well, like, that's not just winter games. That's like all of the games. That's like a 4.
Yeah. But
I agree.
Let's say I'm having...
That's a great one. That should be on the list.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of. Let's say you're having like friends and family, other adults or people over who really aren't video games. I'm picking something like an arcade game. I'm picking something like something off the Technos, like a multiplayer game where you can just like mash buttons and something that doesn't like take forever to set up. From
experience, I went back when we had the Commodore 64 and we had people over. We would play these games, and that's what we would play. So it works. You just might have to explain to somebody how to play each game. Maybe skip the more complicated ones, but there are plenty of simple enough games to play that. And winter games. We played winter games a lot. I swear, winter games is a good.
But for me, I could just imagine people like what you have to, because like this one, like the controls and everything was so frustrating. And if you had like an aunt or uncle or grandma, like that's what I mean. Like older people, I'd be like, no. Like micro mages, yes. Like this is like the definition of, because it's just like jump and shoot, keep up, and I could imagine everybody just kind of like laughing and having a good time. Like that, like micro mages, like totally. Like that one, I agree. Like again, something like sensible soccer, like that, like of all the like
that I don't see, because I'm thinking of games that you could play with a group of people. This is one-on-one, so I don't agree with this one.
Yeah, sports games. This might be the best, but yeah. But again, I think this is one. Oh, we've got to pick. Yeah, this like if they had some like NBA Jam 4-player, that one, and then really arcade pool, really, like God,
you know what?
Like,
I would agree with this one. You know why?
Really?
Because you could play with up to 8 people with this. So yeah, I would agree with the choice of arcade pool. I would agree with that, and plus you could put in everybody's names. It'll keep track of everybody's stats. So. Yeah, and there's plenty of different variations to play. I'll agree with arcade pool.
Even though the bad controls, like without having a mouse.
It's not. They're not that bad. It's just you just don't like it because you're controlling a mouse cursor with a joystick.
Correct. Okay. Now, this last one, I had like. Here's what's kind of funny. Like for the Atari 2600 Plus, yes, Warlords hand down, but I'm like. Because the controls for this game I'm like, if everybody was drunk playing this, then I guess you don't care. But because the controls are so bad because it's designed for a paddle.
Yeah, I mean it was designed for a paddle, but oddly enough, this is one of the few games on the Atari Arcade Collection that they dialed in how it works with the D-pad kind of right. I was never really frustrated when I was playing this. It's not like Breakout or Centipede. Well, I think they fixed Centipede and Millipede on those collections with how they work with the D-pad since the last time I played it. But Warlords did kind of work. But yeah, if you're going to do this, you want to break out the original Atari 2600 and play with the paddles.
Yeah, this just felt so weird. Like with the D-pad, it felt so weird to me. The control, like I couldn't.
I have a feeling like there's better games to play though. I'd have to look through it because there are always
better games to play, Crow.
But yes, but for 3 or more players. Specifically, that's what I would when I think of a party game. I'm thinking of games that 3-4 people or more can play simultaneously.
Yeah, any twin stick shooter is really always fun 4 players. Like just feels good. Like any action RPG with 4 players, it's really fun to play. Mario Wonder is really fun to play. Like those games, when they do them well, they're really fun.
Yeah. But see, to me,
Could you imagine if they get like in a world like totally not our own? Could you imagine like a Mario Party collection?
Oh god, yeah.
No, I wouldn't buy it.
No, but
I
something
love
like
Super
Jackbox
Mario,
Party,
but-
that's what you kind of want to play. Like this, like believe me, this is just kind of like people who are willing to like play retro. You know what I mean? Like other family members who are willing
Yes,
to
if
play
we
retro,
had,
which would
if
be
we had
awesome.
Gauntlet, if we had
Oh,
Gauntlet,
okay.
if we had a Midway collection with Gauntlet on it, that would be a great choice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, there's so many Gauntlet games, and which versions would you choose, right?
You know what? It almost doesn't even matter.
Beast Wrestler.
Yeah, because I think Gauntlet probably in a retro world is probably the funnest 4-player game. At the arcade, it was amazing.
I'd say the arcade for sure.
Oh well, then you got like things like what if we got Konami, the Konami beat 'em ups? You know, all those 4-player beat 'em ups, like the
Or some of those
Arcade Mutant
old
Turtles,
Capcom ones.
Sunset Riders, the Cowboys of Moo Mesa. You've got the Simpsons. Again, all those would require additional.
Yeah, I mean
licenses,
all
but
the older ones, right?
not Sunset Riders though. Yeah, do Sunset Riders.
Yeah.
And all the Marvel ones back in the day that I think Capcom put out. Those would be awesome too.
Yes. Well, then there's also by Konami,
X-Men.
I think X-Men. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men.
There's the
Welcome
Avengers.
to
There's
Die.
Captain America 1. Like they're all
Yeah.
like classics, right?
All 4-player beat 'em ups. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. Did you guys maybe want to talk about 2 games off the we got through Toaplan Arcade 1. Did you guys maybe want to talk about 2 games from Toaplan Arcade 2?
Yeah, we can jump into that if we've got nothing else to talk. And was Rich not showing up today?
So people, let me because I talked. So no, I talked.
Ghosting us.
No, I talked to Gandalf. No, and he could, because it's kind of like you have priorities, like family.
Yeah, I
family
just
work and
didn't
all that.
see that.
And he told me, hey, it doesn't really matter like the time on Saturday. It's just Saturdays themselves. Just stuff with priorities. Like he obviously, like, believe me, he wants to be here, but that's the but that's kind of the whole thing. Like we like to have the 4 of us here, but we do have like lives and other priorities, and sometimes I even need to hand off like hosting to other stuff.
We'll see if he wants to come on and talk with games and stuff tomorrow about Evercade, because we'll be talking about it tomorrow. So
Yeah. Here we go. So yeah,
when he comes back, he'll be Gandalf the White.
yeah, Gandalf.
Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, this one's a great. This first one actually is a great start.
Demon World. The only thing unusual about this one is the jumping mechanic. Otherwise, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a great game. I love it.
It's so
Yeah,
weird though that you could jump on them though, like Mario style.
Yeah, this is neat though. It's a side scroller and you change weapons a lot. Actually, I need to go back and so the one thing I do like is, well, you have infinite continues. If you die, you start back a little bit, so it forces you to get good. But yeah, I actually totally forgot about this game too. I need to go back and play this more. Like I genuinely love this game.
But you know why this is a great game to have on the Evercade is because back in the day, this only got 1 console port.
Yeah,
it was only ever released on the PC Engine CD in Japan only.
Yeah, so it's like never being released.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, this is just a fun video game. Like there's nothing really different about it or challenging about it. It's just a fun game. I like it.
Anybody want to see some cartridges with console and arcade games that we never got in the UK and America and Canada, say Japan exclusives? That's this.
Yes, exactly.
We have seen some of that already. There was another game. I think Sunsoft Battler was another one.
Yeah.
What one?
Yeah, and then on the Sunsoft collection, what game was it that Mr.
Well,
Gimmick,
I haven't gotten to that one. I'm thinking of there was another one. Oh, Lightning Swords. Oh,
There's
you know what?
JRPG.
JRPG.
that was only released in Korea that we got that I love.
Oh yes, there were actually
Yeah,
two
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
There was the Water Margin,
Yeah,
and
and
then
I
there was
forget
the
the name
other
of it.
one, Brave something.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Blaze needs to do Mr. Gimmick, yeah. Blaze needs to do more of that. Like I love when they do that. Like, you know, even like Warpman, that was only released like on like the Famicom and all that. So
And you know what's funny about Warpman is because I already had a Famicom cartridge for it, so I played it already. But you know what I didn't know? I didn't know Warpman was an arcade game first.
yes. Yeah, I can't remember. I gotta go back and watch my first video.
I didn't realize it until a couple weeks ago when I went to
Yeah.
Galloping Ghost and saw it there.
It's a spiritual successor. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's funny. I did a whole video on that and I forgot. But yeah, like look at these weird, weird, like goblin.
You know what they look like? They look like Wadu from Star Wars Episode 1.
Yep, that's what I was just gonna say.
This
going
one,
there.
which part
The
is
internet will go ablaze now that George Lucas stole Lotto from this game.
That's hilarious.
Why are you bothering him? He's just on his way to fund some pod racing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not him specifically; it's his family.
Yeah, this bridge part, I gotta play because that's like.
I think I might have finished.
I think I've gotten a little bit past here, but yeah, sometimes I find you have to have the right weapon at the right spot. But luckily, you can like die and just like get it again and get different things. And yeah, no, this part I found to be very frustrating. But I gotta get back to it.
Oh, there's the most frustrating part of the game is where there's it's like this except it's on water and you're jumping from boat to boat and the boats are moving.
Oh God, yeah, I can see
And
that.
a lot of them you have to jump onto a balloon to get across.
I think like back in the day, all the challenging games was jumping. That's
Right?
what they did.
Well, see, the weird thing with this one is the double jump because you only have you have to hit that second jump like really soon after your first one because if you wait too long, you're not going to be able to hit your second jump.
Yeah.
So it's not like most other games where you have a double jump and you could just hit your second jump whenever you want to get that second hop. No, if you wait too long, you ain't getting your second jump in this one. Like you just jump on top of the boulders and ride them.
Yeah, it just takes some getting used to. But yeah, this game is just really unique.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it wasn't for, I think this game would be bad if you couldn't jump on things.
Oh, 100%. It would be unplayable.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if they intended it to be that way, and then they were like, you know what? I keep jumping on these guys. Let's just make it so you can jump on them.
Wouldn't surprise me.
The way the power-ups come up are really weird, though, too.
Yes, yeah. You gotta get them. All right, let's. Anything else you guys want to say about this before we talk about another one that we all agree that's a fantastic?
I'm trying to think
cool,
of what the
game.
last boss of this was. You want to fast forward like to near the end?
Okay.
I can't remember what the last level of this was like.
Well, it's like
Okay, you broke it. Never mind.
yes, yeah. I was like,
I could always
Yeah,
find
never
out
mind.
anyway. It's my video.
it breaks. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it doesn't. I think it depends on the like file size if it's like too large.
Okay, now I gotta remind myself, refresh my
Fire
memory. How
Shark.
did I rate this one? Fire Shark. Fire Shark. Actually, this is my #1 game of the collection.
Cool.
Makes
This is
sense.
what I'd say.
It's a great game. So what?
Yeah,
did
so
you
there
give
must
this
be
your
multiple
greatest? Like
power-ups.
what got you this one? The power ups, the fact that it's not super hard, but
Yeah, I guess it's the variety of power-ups.
Yeah.
And the fact that it plays more like a modern shoot 'em up than most of the other games. I mean, I did give this one an 8 out of 10. I did give one other game in this collection an 8 out of 10, but for some reason, I think this one just was better than the other one. or at least more
Yeah.
fun, more
I
entertaining.
like this game. It reminds me again of 1942, 43, 45, those style games, but it feels more. It has a lot more polished game design in it. So to your point, like it feels more modern, but yeah, it's still fun. I really like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You probably have unlimited. You're not limited to as the amount of bombs you can carry on you.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just fun. Like it's just a fun game.
You don't get unlimited continues in this, do you? I forget. I don't think.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I would assume you
So
do.
it's going to get to the point where we're going to forget games because there's so many out, right? Like you got to
I
think
already
ahead,
did.
like shit.
I'd have to go back and reread the script I wrote for the video.
Well, after time when
Remind
we talk
myself.
about games, I have to find up my collection, put it in my Evercade so I can play it while we're talking about it.
No,
to remember.
I remember. This is the one where you land in between levels, and
Yeah.
there's the one level. I don't know if you saw this, but there's like another plane that takes off with you at the one, except it never lifts off and it just crashes into a wall. I thought that was hilarious.
Hey, at least there's no surrender button in it.
Yeah,
Because I was like, oh,
you know what? Okay,
guys
so
are
you do
losing
get
the
unlimited
war.
continue. Okay, that's what I do like about this one. So like, you do get unlimited continue. So if you just want to like sit back and chill and have the ease of a playthrough, yeah. I will say the one thing I do like about these kind of games and the whole like 1942, like the whole series. I love where they have these games that it's like like it looks like older like World War II like military, but everything is like modern. And for me, it's real nostalgia because like back in the day, like Jackal, like on the NES, like I played I never really found out what the arcade version kind of reminds me of that. Like it's like, military but high tech, but it gives you that like low tech kind of feel. And so these games like remind me like a lot of that. And so yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, I really like this. But yeah, I want to say Toaplan 2 has more games where you get unlimited continues, which I like both varieties. I like the sit back and play, and then other ones where it's like, oh crap, I gotta switch skills.
In between both Toaplan arcade collections, which games didn't have unlimited continues?
Most of them on the first one don't. Most of the shooters don't.
Really? Because
I'm
not
you
recalling.
Get your 3 lives and then yeah. This one I think all of them, but maybe one do.
Are you sure? Because I could swear you could continue in every single one of these games.
Well, you can continue, but you start back at at the beginning, or some of them.
Oh, okay. You mean when you continue, you stay exactly where you were?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All of them you can continue, but it's just but you start back at the beginning, or some of them like you can continue. Maybe you start back at a checkpoint in the level, kind of depending on. Yeah.
Oh, is this the fire weapon? Maybe that's yeah.
Oh, nice. And I want to say, isn't this the bonus game when you put in Toaplan 1 and 2, you get the console version of this? I think.
No, I think that's a different one. That's Let me check that one. I think it's Twin Hawk.
Twin Hawk?
Actually.
Okay.
It's Twin Hawk.
Yeah, it's easy to get these confused because they look, they have that same feel, which I guess which is good, but and a lot of them are sequels to the other ones and all that.
Oh, there's still more Toaplan games out there, so there could be easily a Toaplan Arcade 3.
When pay to win also required skill and not like mobile games.
Well, the thing that sucks
true.
though is if you do continue, yeah, you might continue exactly where you left off, but you no longer have your weapon upgrades. You're down to your base weapons again. Very rarely do they let you keep your weapons after you continue.
Yeah. Yes, it's kind of funny because sometimes I'll play Gradius in the arcade collections, on my PS4 or whatever, and then I'll play it, and then when I die, I'm like, this sucks because then you lose everything.
Is this it? Yeah. Is this here's what I like about this little animations going on in the background. Got the little guys running out there, they're moving the plane out of the way.
Yeah.
So cool.
I love that detail. I think that's what pushed this one to the top for me, was the little details on the ground.
Heck yeah. And see, and that's what was great about with the arcades, and that's why
watch this plane. Watch this plane. See the other plane taking off? Why didn't he pull up? Why did he crash right into the wall?
He's a bad pilot. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But that's why
Yeah.
you're losing the war. That's why it's up to you. That's why you're the only guys in the sky fighting, because everybody else doesn't know how to fly a plane.
True. Yeah. Yeah. It's up to you. Yeah, I love all these arcade details. That's when we'd get the console ports. Are like, well, we got to cut stuff, but it's those
Well,
little
yeah, you
things
gotta
that like
cut all the
matter,
crap.
right?
All the coolness out usually. But some arcade ports, some ports to console, they improve certain things. I've got to run, guys. I have to run. I've got some stuff planned.
Anything you want to plug real quick, Pete?
Oh no, just games and stuff tomorrow night with me and Crow at the same time. We're going to talk about everything. And we actually talk about Evercade, Super Pocket. We talk about all kinds of stuff, but different.
Yeah, we talk about games and stuff.
Yeah, and I just hit a million views on my channel.
I thought you were gonna say million subscribers.
No, 1 million.
I know.
Views,
Congrats.
which is
No,
weird,
dude, that's fantastic.
But yeah, I got notice from TubeBuddy. Hey, you got 1 million views, and I'm like, oh, cool, that's awesome. All right, bye everyone.
All right, see ya.
Bye, Pete.
Let's see here. Got me wondering.
So yeah, this game is pretty.
Yeah, I like this one. It's the details, especially when you get the fire power up. Like, okay, this was the bad part. Trying to dodge all the other power ups so you could keep the one you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And they stay on the screen for so long.
Yeah, dang man. Yeah, it's funny. Some
and
games
I accidentally
like
clicked it. Yeah, and then you wind up always accidentally collecting when you don't want.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hate that. It's like, the power ups I want to get, the other ones, no, I don't want to get. Cool. Well, I was gonna say, if you have some time, we can do a little bit of chill and chat if you want.
Yes, I do.
Talk to people. If our viewers want to bring up stuff in the comments, they can, and we can.
My thing is that I played. I changed up. Oh man, I probably never even mentioned it here because I think I just came up with the idea earlier this week, but completely changing about the way I'm doing the Evercade cartridges. Instead of just doing one video for each collection like I have been edited, I was saying, I just do it all unedited. But I decided, because I played Metal Mech and I played Sword of Sodan, and then I realized, why would I edit all this footage way down? So I decided I'm going to have a video for every game because I had the footage. So I've already got the videos ready for Metal Mech and Sword of Sodan. It's just going to be a while before I'm able to publish any of that stuff just because there's so many other things coming out. It's going to actually be a while before I even get to continue with, what was that, Pico Interactive Collection one, because of all the stuff that's coming in at the moment. And then like starting November 30th is when Pinball M comes out, and that's got 5 tables coming out with it. And then the week after that is like 9 more tables coming out for Pinball FX all at once.
Dang.
I know, it's crazy, like the amount of stuff. Like 3 Star Trek tables. What else? A bunch of other stuff I can't quite remember offhand. There's like a Peanuts Christmas table coming out. It's weird.
Very specific.
Yes. Well, they already had a Peanuts table. This one's Peanuts Christmas.
Yeah, no, it's a good problem to have because, like, let alone like just being like indicated we're being was being thrown at us, like, a bunch of Evercade content, and then like I know like your channel and like Rich, I know you guys do like a lot of other like you do pinball, he does VCS, and like there's a huge VCS sale, and
also I've completely changed the way I do the thumbnails. So I actually had to redo a thumbnail for it. But yeah, like within the last, I've been putting out videos like crazy. I put out a video on the 16th, the 18th, the 19th, one on the 22nd, 2 on the 23rd, 1 on the 24th, and actually one today, like literally just went live right this moment.
Oh wow. Yeah, I try to space. I like to do one like once a week unless like some like super breaking news comes out.
I can't do once a week because like if I did that, all of a sudden, because I don't even want to put like 2 videos out in one day. But I did a reaction video for Pinball for Zen Studios video, which they put out on Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
And I had to watch it because they were like, "Oh, this is our most biggest update." Yeah. They announced 14 new tables.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's a good problem to have. So like normally, like Tuesday, I would do like my follow up to like the the computer collection. After playing it for 2 weeks, and then after that, I would do Full Void. Well, obviously, like the Dukes are going to come out like that's going to take priority over
Yes.
everything. Like I'm going to have to.
That's what I'm saying is you're going to have to you're going to have to post more frequently than you have been if you don't want your videos to just be sitting not doing anything for a while. Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? You're going to make a Duke Nukem video but not post it for like a month?
No. But like the thing though is we have like all of December, and then we have all of January before the new cards come out, and then who knows when in February. So probably what I'm going to do, it'll be like the first Duke remastered, like that'll be the next video. Then I'll flip back to the home computer collections or Full Void. Then it'll go back to one of the Duke. I'll do something like that because I do want to talk about everything. But yeah, it's a good. It's a good problem. It's a good problem to have, and it's fine if some of that stuff is a little bit later because I'd rather. As much as I just like enjoy like talking off the cuff like what Evercade means to me or this or that. Like I do like focusing on the collections as well. So it's it helps to fill content until Indie Heroes 3, when that comes out.
Like I said, I'm trying to catch up, and every time I figure some way out to do things faster, something else just comes in my way, and it's like, nope, you can't do that yet.
Yeah, I could. So for me, like, and that's why in some cases I will do 2 videos a week, but also I don't want to like burn out like too. So it's a good balance. It's a good balance. Like everyone needs to do what's like right for them. You know what I mean? It's
well, back when I was like several years ago, when I was doing all these Crow Play videos, I was doing like 3 of those a week, and I think I'll be getting back to like, because now I can edit the videos faster than I ever have before. So I might actually be able to do it even faster. But like. Later today, I'll probably be making a video of that Atari 2600 Plus. There's like at least another video on that I'd want to make, and then tomorrow is the day the day I really start filming stuff. So maybe I'll do more. I don't know because it's going to be a little bit of time before I could do Pinball FX. So maybe I will film a little bit more Evercade stuff for who knows when. I still have 2 more videos to publish, and I don't know what dates I'm going to put them up as the schedule for. See, I'm always moving it around.
Yeah. See, I think like like when you get your Evercade cards, like you only just like open the one and like do the unboxing of the one you're going to make a video for, right? Like you don't do all of them, right? Like right? Like I think.
Oh, I open them because oddly enough, the weird thing that I do is I scan everything. I scan the cover. I scan the manual. And the reason I scan the manual is because it's easier to read them on my computer screen than it is in the book.
Right. But I mean, I guess I'm saying is when you open them, like, do you go through and do your first impressions initially, or do you like?
I don't even make videos for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like the different styles. Like for me, because like when I do my first impressions and when I unbox them, like you can only capture that experience once. So that's why like on Monday I'll unbox I'll do that for the first Duke, and then I'll probably and then after I do that, then I'll do my first impressions of the second one, and then I'm like, okay, now I can go ahead and I can play them. You know what I mean? So
like I'll do it for the Atomic Edition because that's something different. I don't know what to expect inside it, but for each collection, for me that's a bit overkill because I already know like for the most part what's going to be in it. The only thing that would surprise me is if they threw something in there that's not part of the regular. Like I know I'm getting a cartridge. I know I'm getting I see. Oh, he's looking for one.
So hey guys, we have Retro Ralph, like friend of the channel. We've had him on Calling All Retro Gamers. If you haven't, like Retro Ralph is awesome, and dude, because you're here, like just for you,
Retro Kill Dash 9.
I had to do that. That was like that was great, and I still will play the Retro Kill Dash 9 for those who will.
I still have this.
I'm Retro Kill Dash 9. Actually, so for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who are like annoyed, but like that's I was gonna say like that. It's like if you want to know like what how that started to create the Crips, it's Crow's fault because as soon as like he did that, I'm like. you know what? I should have that. I should have that queued up in StreamYard, and then I kind of go from there. Yeah. So it's kind of like you kind of like started that for me having the clip.
I could swear I did that after you started doing that.
Oh, okay. So maybe it was like a symbiotic.
No, it's
thing,
because you were doing it in the start of your videos, because that's where I grabbed it from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny doing it. So yeah, and then like Ian Hobbies kept it alive and all that. It's kind of so like the thing. So like for those of y'all know, like and like in my videos, like I haven't done that as much because like the people outside of this group don't really know the whole Retro Kill Dash 9, and it is kind of a mouthful to say, and like people kept calling me Ed anyways. So it's kind of like it definitely is like an inside thing. Oh yeah, so Ian, yeah, definitely no. Yeah, I know at some point Ralph will come back. I know, like, he changed job roles, like, what was it, sometime last year, and travels a lot. So I know he's a busy guy. But yeah, no, definitely. Well, yeah.
I actually completely forgot that your channel name, you changed your channel name. So it's not Retro Kill Dash 9 anymore. So that's why you were explaining it.
So funny thing about that, I think Pete's not here, but no, I did that in advice of Pete, because he's like, hey, he's like, you know that one channel, like Nintendo Life? He's like, dude, he's like, your channel is dedicated to Evercade. There's no reason for you not to do that. And it was for a silly reason. I'm like, because I love to comment and interact with other YouTubers. And I'm like, well, if I change my name, people might not know who I am. But they did over time. So yeah.
Yeah, I've actually changed my channel name at least 10 times, I think.
So no, I mean, then I was like, well, then if I want to do other like non-Evercades, that's what the second channel is for. So it all worked out. But yeah. I was glad to, and then YouTube did the stupid thing where when you see comments, it has like your true registered username, and so if I didn't do that, it would always say Retro Kill Dash 9 instead of Evercade Effect. So yeah, Evercade Effect. I am Retro. I should, you know what, like how kings and like lords and ladies and people have titles. I should say I am Ed, Retro Kill Dash 9, Evercade Effect.
Esquire.
Oh my god, dude, that would be great. Yeah, for like a full title. I freaking love that. But yeah, there, Ralph, if you're still here, dude. Yeah, that made my day, buddy. It was cool to see him just to see him like pop in and go ahead and do all that fun stuff. Because I've kept
you don't need to actually. You don't need to keep the old channel name at the end of the new channel name. That might confuse people.
Oh, that's Ralph's cameo purchase of a Ric Flair shout out was awesome. Oh my god, yeah. The community, y'all are just great, and this is what makes it, and this whole thing and everything is what makes Evercade like a lot of fun, and all that. Oh, Crows, I said that your tabletop is that done, or are you still working on?
Yes and no. It's all the hardware is pretty much done. I got the new monitor in there. In fact, I think it was last week Saturday I put it in there, so the screen looks really nice. The wiring on the inside, it's all wired up. It just needs to be harnessed correctly. Like, it needs to be cleaned up. The thing is, though, before I do that, I want to go through every single one of the 3,000 games that are on here, so I can figure out which ones can be removed, like if they're duplicates or if they're just weird hacked versions of games that are already on there. And also, since I have Pandori on here as well, it's like it lets me choose what games I can rotate or not. So some games aren't rotated correctly, some of them aren't. So when I go through, because what I need to do is I need to take the SD. When I figure all that, I have a spreadsheet going. When I figure all that out, I need to take the SD card, put it back on my computer, and modify the files so all the games are rotated correctly. Then put it back in here and X out which ones I don't want to show up in the list. And then I could put the whole Pandora's box back together because the SD card's inside the Pandora's box. And when I do that, then I can mount that and finish up the wiring and everything.
And is that gonna stay in this room, or is that gonna go to like a different part in your house?
No, this is exactly where this is staying. This is where I bought it for. But I could just use it like a table.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Because it's a cocktail cabinet. But
that's
I modified it. I modified
Okay,
it
cool.
so, with hydraulics and stuff to like so I can prop it up when you're playing on this side. You don't need to look at it flat.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So it isn't a spot. Okay, I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't sure. No, that's yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
this was a project, and then I already have a second project to work on. I bought a mini PC. I don't know if I mentioned that.
No,
before.
you hadn't.
But when I was working on this one, I got the idea. I was like, oh, maybe I could build my own arcade cabinets and stuff. But instead of doing that, what I did was I got a mini PC specifically for emulation, just games to hook up to a TV and play that stuff. And I figured I'd make all the different arcade controllers that I could, like, regular one, a dual stick one with trackball, one with the spinner, and that way you could just plug in whatever controllers you want for whatever games. But that is the huge thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the latest version of MAME on it, but also get every single file so there's no missing ROMs on it. So that is the challenge at the moment. I think there's currently about 100 and something or other that I'm missing.
Oh,
but,
wow.
But that's out of thousands and thousands and thousands. So once I get that going, then I'll have Launchbox on it. I'll sort through that. I want to get like other game. I got Steam on it too, and I was surprised for this mini PC that I got how like it plays Mortal Kombat 11, so I can play Mortal Kombat like 11 on it, Killer Instinct, all that stuff. And I'll fine tune what I want on that as well. And again, it's just something to hook up to a TV and play.
Dude, so, that's awesome. That gives you a lot of variety. No, actually, I was going to say, speaking of that, I mentioned mini PC. If you all haven't both Retro Ralph and She-Line Gaming, they do like a lot of that stuff, like showing like mini PCs and light guns and
actually
boxes and all those cool things. It's great. I love options, right? And again, that's one of the things that I watch like Mad Little Pixels channel. I love seeing all different YouTubers with different options, because sometimes you never know, like sometimes you have it in your budget or what you want to do. So it's great to see like what you're doing too. It's it's awesome to have options. That's all I can.
Yeah, and I do plan on making videos on like when I'm actually finally done with this. I'll make one last video on that.
That'll be very
also cool. Maybe like update videos on this mini PC thing as I'm working out. I just don't know what points at which I want to do that.
Yeah.
And to
Jason wants to know
question, Jason Shears 303.
Oh wow!
Because I was looking, and that's not my peak. I have a
you have an app that tracks it, of course. Okay, I was like, damn.
I had over 450 at one point.
Oh wow!
Let's see, what's my most valuable?
Did you just sell some to make room, or?
No, I had way too many. I did have way too many at one point because I had them all over the place. So I did go through and I sold like at least 200 of them, maybe 3. I don't really know, like quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I only kept the ones I really, 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 really wanted to keep.
Yeah.
But the problem is
so let me ask you this: as far as like video games and retro, like I was gonna ask you like. Does your wife collect any stuff, or is she just kind of like my wife, where it's like, yeah, you do your own thing, Ed, that's your own corner of the room, or it is like...
My wife is into cross-stitching, but she's also got it into not Legos, but cheap knockoff Legos from Temu. So,
oh, cool.
So and it's funny because these cheap knockoff Legos from Temu, I think about 20% of the time, they don't give you all the pieces you need to finish them.
Oh. You mentioned that for cross. No, my wife was into that too. That's like that one like Mario thing behind that was like one of the first ones and all. But it's great though because you can download like all the patterns, and if you go with the one brand, like they'll tell you the different like color like coatings and all that cool stuff.
I wonder why my sort button isn't working on this thing.
Yes, keyboard support for the VS. But then watch them put keyboard support and go back and play those like other point and click games and be like, this is too hard. And then like, no.
Holy crap! That is just shocker. The most expensive pop vinyl I have, and this came out of nowhere, is Beastman from Masters Universe.
Yeah.
Trending value, $172.
Oh, good God.
And second is Share Bear with the Cloudmobile. My wife liked the Care Bears, so she got a whole bunch of the Care Bear ones. But that one's 156. Another
Damn.
Care Bear, Bedtime Bear, 135. Kratos from God of War, $87.
How old are those? Are those like pretty?
Let's
Are
see.
those like discontinued?
Kratos is yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Kratos from God of War is 2013.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. Yeah. And I'm guessing at the time
Beastman-
you probably just paid the normal retail like 10, $6, whatever, you know.
Some of them I bought on sale. Some of them the reason I had so many of them to begin with is because there were so many sales. Where like at Hot Topic especially, where it's like, well, if you buy 2, you get 1 for free. So okay, I guess I have to get a third one.
That's kind of funny. Jason's like, my wife hates me gaming and anything to do with it, so just keep
No, my wife will enable. She won't discourage me from buying anything I want.
That's awesome.
So she'll be like, yeah. So she'll be like, oh, you like this? Well, maybe like I'll buy it for your birthday. In fact, that's what happened with the 2600 Plus. I bought it, and then she's like, well, I need a Christmas gift for you. Here's the money.
No, my wife is awesome. Like she totally supports and kind of helps like with the, you know, like every now and then we'll rearrange things in here and and all that stuff. Now, if I wanted to put it around the house, obviously it'd be different. But yeah, you know, as long as like contained in this one room, it, it doesn't, it does annoy her. Actually, I think she said once she sees like the value of like the Evercade carts because they're like the stuff you get. And it's like physical media and all that. So I thought that was a pretty cool. No,
Well,
but
yeah,
no,
that's the
she totally supports me and is awesome with that.
But yeah, there's no problem. Like, she's not gonna get mad over anything I buy just because I want it. Doesn't matter how much it is. I mean, she's not particularly fond of that particular pinball machine, but she doesn't mind that I bought it.
Right.
She'd rather have Funhouse or something.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, let's. I think things are like winding down a little bit.
She likes to get a lot of stuff for free too. You know those cargo things you could put on top of your car?
Yes,
I got one of those for free because she found it on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody was just asked if anybody wanted one. It's got a hole in it. It's like, yeah, I was kind of curious about getting one. So now I got to get rails for my car too now.
Well, there you go. No, that's cool. And people will give away stuff.
I even got the Bondo kit. I even got the Bondo kit here to fix the hole in it.
Nice. Very cool. I thought there was some talk about a Spectrum collection, and like, I think throughout the chat. No, I just wanted to say for that, like, I think like that's definitely like nostalgia. Like for me, like Sword of Iana and all. Like, I'm glad we got like the MX2 version because like it's you know what I mean. I think it's just like if it's nostalgia and you like those graphics, that's awesome. But like, I'm glad we got the MX. Yeah, I'm glad.
Put a pinball machine in it. Put a pinball machine in what?
It originally was. Okay, so they remade it. Yeah. Like for me, like I love the way like for computer graphics, like the MX, like the Amiga, like I like that kind of look. And like the rainbow look is fun too, but it's I think that's like more nostalgia. Although it would be interesting, like they could include both versions. I don't know, like an unlock, but that would be more licensing. So yeah, this is where normally I'd say we talk about. Yeah,
Jason, I actually fit a pinball machine in my car. I have a Ford Focus, a Ford Focus hatchback, and I actually did fit a pinball machine in it.
That's funny. No, I was gonna say normally we would talk about like what's like on our channels next week, but I know like we've already been doing that more Evercade stuff. You're gonna have pinball effects. We're getting a lot of things.
I can tell you what I put out already is I put out I have a video for the Super Pocket. I have a video from last week saying what I'm gonna be working on. Video for Whirlwind for Pinball Effects. I put out video. I made this video in October, and I didn't know when I was going to publish it. But since I didn't feel like remaking the thumbnail for it, since I changed the style of the thumbnail, I put it out. It's a game called Luck Be a Landlord, where you pay your landlord by playing a slot machine on Steam. And it's a really cheap game, but so it's kind of fun. Mini Golf Galaxy is another game by Zen Studios that just went into early access, so I put a video out for that. And also, I put that video out in a 3440 by 1440p aspect ratio, and YouTube will let you do that. So you could put a video out in any aspect ratio you want, apparently.
Oh wow!
And then there's a video for the reaction to Zen Studios video. The tables are coming out. I have the Super Pocket Teardown video up.
Oh, you do?
So if you want to, yeah, I do. It's interesting is that a lot of these buttons, like all 4 of these buttons here, it's all one piece. These 3 buttons here, all one piece. They're not going to be fall. I like the way it was put together. It's very durable. And then just today, like 20 minutes ago, I have a video that went up for Crypt of the Necrodancer pinball.
Oh wow! I'm looking at that thumbnail. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Of the teardown.
Somehow I missed that teardown. All right, I'm adding that to my watch later. Somehow I missed that.
Yeah, it literally, like, the video is 12 minutes, but that's because I fast forward myself putting it back together. But the entire filming time for me to take it apart and putting it back together was 30 minutes. That's how long it took me. And I never took it apart before. I didn't know what to expect. That's how easy it was.
Yeah. See, okay. So I was gonna say, so you finally caved, and you're showing yourself in the thumbnails too.
Well, I decided to do. The reason I wasn't doing that is because I had my avatar there, usually in the corner. So I decided to I decided, what's the point in having the avatar in the corner if my avatar is gonna be like right next to the, I think it's like when you look up the search, everybody's avatar is there anyway. So it's just kind of a thing that's repeated. So I was like, okay, no, this kind of, because literally I'd have my avatar right there. And then literally, if you look right below the thumbnail, my avatar's there again. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop doing that.
Yeah, no, I actually, yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. No, I was gonna say no.
But yeah, I figured,
I love that. Yeah, like you guys need to check it out. Like the one with the mini golf. That's like the reactions, like you're pointing at the thing and the crypt of the neck.
Well, you know what's funny is that that's not a pose. I literally, when I skim the video and I grab a frame from it and I edit it out and put it into the thumbnail. I don't usually pose for
okay. That's what. Okay. So that's what I was gonna ask. So do you just grab you grab a frame from all your?
Yeah, I usually do that. I usually don't pose, especially since I had already filmed this stuff before I had decided to do that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But for like the reaction videos and stuff, yeah, I just pull a frame from the actual reaction video. And
nice. Yeah. No, for me, like, no, I love since I started showing myself, I pose with the blue screen.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's hard because I'm like, well, sometimes it's like, well, I'd like that pose, but it's a little bit blurry. I can't use it.
Yeah, no. So like what I do, so it's funny. Like what I do is then I get out like my tripod, I set it up over there in the corner, and like it has a remote, so that's why like you only see me holding like the game or whatever with one hand because I have the other, and I'll do like several different poses and several different expressions, and then I'll pick one. Like
what's funny is like I had it.
Thank you, Tox. Yeah, I talked about
because when I was making the scripts and stuff for the Evercade videos, and I had intros and outros all written out. And I'd use my tablet like a teleprompter. And I had a remote specifically for that, just, so I could speed it up or slow it down. Sometimes you can see me holding the remote while I'm like talking.
Okay. But yeah, I used to kind of fear thumbnails, and now I really look forward. And like the thing that made it so easy for that, like Adobe Photoshop added, that AI, like removing the background is fantastic, and then being able to do like the generative fill, like in my full void, I wanted like a black vortex, and I typed in black vortex, and there was a few pictures, and I picked it. I'm like, perfect.
It's never pulled out the subject perfectly for me, so I have to highlight it, and then I have to fix it. But
yeah.
Typically, what I like doing is I like to highlight more around and cut it out, and then erase around the image. With the eraser. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I got a tablet, is so it's easier to like make edits in Photoshop.
Yes.
And tablets are extremely cheap, so if you're interested in that, look it up because you get one for like really cheap.
Nice. But yeah, from a creator point of view, like for some of those things, it's nicer. It adds a little bit more like unique, like flair in your thumbnail instead of having to search Google Images. Plus, it's all like legally licensed. Like they don't like like you can use that, and somebody can't claim you stole my image or whatever. So it's it's kind of a neat thing.
Well, yeah, you want to put like enough things there to make it interesting, but not enough, like not too many things to make it cluttered to where you can't understand what's going on.
Yeah. And so what's kind of and I'll say this, which is kind of funny, like, and I think I've said this before, like with the thumbnails, like when I do put like Full Void, I put like, does it suck? Like obviously like those reactions and all that aren't for people who subscribe. Like pretty much like those of you who subscribe to like me, like Rich, Pete, and Crow, you're gonna watch our videos. That's just to like to branch out, to get people. Like I hate when people call that clickbait, because that's not.
But I can't watch your video until I play the game. That won't be for a few more months.
No, exactly. No,
but it's funny when I see that question. Does it suck? I go no, and I move on.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I answered the question. I don't need to watch a video.
Right. But it's to branch out to that. It's to get people's attention. I hate sometimes when people will call that clickbait. It's not like clickbait would be like if like
it's not clickbait. It's not clickbait if you're answering that question.
Exactly.
Clickbait is when you're promising something that's not in the video.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if my thumbnail had like women in bikinis, and then you clicked on it and what? Yeah, but like just like how some people will say everything is a scam. They get words, but anyways, but yeah.
What you got to do is just keep that picture of the women bikinis in the background of your video.
There you go. But yeah, that's sometimes I try to keep some. I try to keep something fresh with that. It's to generate like excitement and everything, and then I try to pick an expression that I think goes with it with all the fun. So that's and all YouTubers do it. It's like that's just kind of like the way of YouTube if you want to branch out. And so
well, yeah, I actually go against the grain. A lot of things that you're supposed to do to increase exposure, I specifically go against, because I never ask people to subscribe in my videos. I hate that. Yeah,
I do. What I think works well is that like I think where people, and sometimes where I get annoyed is if like when people put like this, you see like this subscribe logo like pop up and all. So like I'll talk about it.
Well, sometimes it's fine. I think like instead of stopping the video to say, "Hey, subscribe," blah blah blah.
That's fine too.
I also hate when people explain why. Like, hey, if you're watching this video, there's a 27% chance that you're not subscribed to this channel, because they're looking at the analytics and they're trying to explain.
Yeah. I don't mind.
I figure there's not one video. If somebody's going to subscribe to a channel, I don't think there's any one video in particular that they're going to do it to. They're going to subscribe because the videos keep coming up and they keep clicking on them and they're interested. You know what? Maybe I should subscribe to this person. That's the way I think, and that's the way I think everybody thinks, which is not going to be right, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just do things with the way I think things should be. So
of course, and I think I like to wait to the end, like end of the video. Same with sometimes I'll remind people like, hey, if you want to join and be a member, you can. But I don't like to shove those things on people's throat. In the beginning, I did that a lot. I did that like a lot more to get like to 500 subs. But now, branching out. Of course, something like the Duke Nukem collections like help reach people outside of the Evercade universe, like that. Like that'll help and all that. But yeah, I'm excited. Almost to 1,000 subs, and it's been a fun challenge.
That's the other thing I won't like pose to make an image in the video, is just because it's like, it might seem like I'm over exaggerating or something. Yeah. Whereas if I pull a frame from the video,
true,
that's actually from the video.
Yeah, there's different ways to go. But I think the good thing is like, if you realize like, hey, I look pretty animated, people may want to click on stuff. It's a fun.
And also, like, if you go way back, of course, I've done videos where I've asked people to subscribe and stuff. I just tried it out, but I haven't done that for a really long time.
Now, the other thing that like you all will see me do, like maybe I'll wear like a Contra shirt, like I'll wear something other than an Evercade shirt, or I'll put that in the thumbnail. And that's because I'm trying to, maybe somebody might say, oh, what's this Evercade thing? Hey, he's wearing a Contra shirt. This kind of interests me. So that's sometimes why.
Can you guess what kind of shirt I'm wearing?
No, what? It looks like a Picasso, like bunch of, I don't know, like that, like. What is that?
It's Ultraman.
Oh, okay.
It's all the Ultraman monsters in the one shirt.
Okay. Okay, I kind of looked like a face that looked like that kind of cubism style, but yeah, so yeah, just a little, talking a little bit behind the scenes and things. Oh, I will say what else. Yeah, for December I'll have my for members only. I'll have my last like Did You Know, and then I'll complete the Did You Know series. And then when I do film videos like outtakes and stuff that I save in a separate folder, I may do something like that, or I may start like watching like my older videos, like my very first one, and do commentary, and I can see how cringy.
Let me ask you this: you probably made a video for this already. What do you think of Sword of Sodan?
Oh, so actually, that was one of those ones where the game was so bad it was good.
You know what's funny is I liked it too.
Yeah, it was. That was kind of and stuff like that made you revisit. Like once you got used to the potions and the controls and how to slash. Actually, I got pretty far. I got to like the 3rd or 4th level. I need to go back to that.
You know, there's like, did you look up any codes? Because that's what I did. There's a code you could pull up a sound test, but also the same code. If you plug in you can't do it on the handheld. You need a second controller, but you could literally go to any level you want. So I was going to the last level trying to beat the last guy. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, that's crazy. And sometimes with those obscure games, there may not even be like someone may not even done a playthrough.
Oh, I'm sure there's a playthrough. There's
usually
there is. I didn't look it up, but there definitely is going to be a playthrough for Sword of Sodan.
Yeah, that's one of those games back in the day where I would have been mad if I bought it. Like I would have been happy to torrent it.
Well,
you know,
the problem is that with what I did though is like when you know how you drink a red potion and you get stronger, and then the problem is when you do the teleport to the last level, it doesn't matter like what settings you had it on easy or how many lives you gave yourself or whatever. It always starts you off on a normal difficulty with only 3 lives, and you're at your base stats. So you're starting the last level with the same way you would start the game with.
Oh, ooh.
And I tried to save state my way through the end of it, and I was attacking that guy at the end. I could not he would not die. I don't know what it was, but I could not, as I gave up. I was like, okay, I'm going to stop this.
Yeah, that's one of those to look for a playthrough and be like, oh, that's how.
Yeah, I actually should look up a playthrough just to see what the end of game is. Like, there's these giant guys you had to fight. You remember the giant guys?
Yes,
he kept falling down, but then standing back up with full health. It's like, what's going on? Oh, you have to behead them when you come down.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I got to the level like after that. Yeah, I figured.
Oh, the graveyard. Yes, the graveyard.
Yeah,
where you have to be careful of how many zombies you kill at once, because you have to jump over all of those flames that come by.
Yeah, that's crazy. I need to go back to that. But yeah, no, it was one of those surprising ones that's enjoyable. But yeah, home computer collection was interesting, and that I'll be curious to see. Like, there's one of those where like there's another game that stands out that hasn't been talked about much. That was actually one of those games I was almost going to give up on that I played more, but
oh, you mean on the same collection, Pico?
No, home computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because I only got 2 games into it, so maybe I'll get through more on Sunday.
But yeah, I did activate the farm simulator. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play that because my wife was really into one of them, and I saw it, it's like. It seemed like too much. Like it's too much like the real thing. Like it's a lot of work.
Are you talking about the Steam, the original version, or the Commodore 64 version that's on the collection?
So the Steam version, but like the one that's on the Commodore, I couldn't get into it. That one was just like
that's funny. There's a special type of person that loves those games and they spend a lot of money on it.
Exactly.
But kind of disappointed as soon as I got the code and I got the game. I saw there are 4 DLC packs for it, and they're $10 each. And even though almost everything on Steam is on sale right now, they're not on sale. So,
of course
so it's going to bother me that there's a DLC for a game that I'm probably not going to buy. But I'm probably not even going to buy. But if you look it up on like Amazon and stuff, they sell controllers specifically for Farm Simulator.
Oh wow!
People will spend hundreds of dollars for specific controllers
to really get into it. Yeah. No, that's great. Like you said, it takes a special type of person. I think I read in the booklet that the one that they have on there, the C64, that was like they made that available like in a special edition, like some special edition version of the game. So like you know.
But if they're getting to simulations, they need to get the Surgeon Simulator.
Oh God!
you know which game I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
It's like a joke simulator game.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't played. I've watched. Yeah. That one's crazy. All right. Well, I think we can about wrap things up. I think we're in a good place. If there's anything you want to play before I do the end credits. No.
No.
No.